talking to a head of NSE and considering your phenomenal achievements, it will be a great thing for youngsters to actually know your story. So what we will do, sir, we will actually divide this podcast into 2 or 3 sections. The first section, we will focus on your personal achievements. The second section, we will look into this financial inclusion, financial literacy, how youth should plan their finances. And in that, we can talk about technology and empowering skills also. And the third thing, sir, why we are talking about this, I would like to actually request you to talk not about the successes, but more about what you do. You are from IIT, you are a founding member of NSE, you have Reliance, GSC, and then again you are at the helm of NSE. So, sir, let's start with your journey, sir. How was your experience? You are from Gujarat, right, sir? Basically, and Gujarati. And then how you went to IIT?
Also, I am basically from family of government servants. Both my parents were in government. So my father was an engineer and mother was a sales tax inspector. And she was a gold medalist in economics in her time in 1960. And so they were highly educated but very poor. And so I recall when I was young, we used to be like 10, 15 people staying in one room. And then slowly sort of slightly larger houses, but nothing, no privileges. It was, and of course my village was next door, 30 kilometers away.
आजकल हर एक बेटे को एक बड़ा ये चाहिए होता है, पेट चाहिए होता है.
When I come from a reasonably humble background, and I studied in Gujarati medium school till class 12th.
So what motivated you to do that?
So one of my friends was actually giving the IIT entrance exam JEE, and I was not aware also because broadly in those days IIT was not that famous, and when you are in vernacular again you are not much aware, and I was not very sort of top of the class in my school, but unreasonably higher side of it, and that friend of mine was very good at electronics and all. Even at young age, he could make radios in those days and all. And so he was sort of interested, and so his father was teacher, and so they knew a little bit. And so he wanted to give that exam, and he wanted somebody else to kind of give the exam with him. So he said he's filling the form, can he fill the form for me? And I said okay. So what happened is when we were in class 12, he filled the form for me and came to IIT. September 13, halfway into the term starts in June. So almost 60% of the term was over.
So there was a cultural shock.
And I was coming from Gujarat. I could not form a single sentence in English. And whatever professor was saying, I could not. Which 3 days before only my student only had committed suicide and that you want to become MP. So they are even there. And so people thought I will also commit suicide. And behind me, in front of people would comment, good thing is that I do not know English. So I have a book in chemistry. I thought I would chemistry was one Mahan. It's written by a professor. And so it would take me 3 hours to just read one thing in the beginning. And so it was a very tough time. And broadly, I was homesick, the rates were heavy in Mumbai, and I was very sick because of coming from the automation of refineries and power plants and lots of things, including schools, colleges. It's because I did not think that I have to do something. I had to just apply on accepted wisdom basis, but sometimes accepted wisdom is not that big, right? Because life is changing, technology is changing.
But that's what pushed you towards this NSE thing, because I think you're the founder of the organization.
I used to always think people should treat out your talent and not go by your clothes or other things. I am this displacement time, and people wear jackets and look very handsome and do all that things before that.
You also look good.
I used to be like a little, sort of in a people should not go buy clothes. Like, so I used to go in those placement t-shirt and jeans, and slippers. That was my normal dress also. And so I would go. They're curious about my face and other things, but initially, and then we started chatting and it lasted for 45 minutes. So I wanted me to be in Ahmedabad, so he told me within the exam got over and the job to start. I had few days searching for a job, and remove this, you will lose the job. And so in 6 months, I see that and also, Malak, which is like 30 kilometers from and that time we were just liberalized. It's like that, and we were liberalized. The stock market prices going on. Government funds, policies they are taking care of the boosters, all these things like inside of jail. And the story goes that they were like top 5 young bright people, and I was just working in a job. I was not into collect. But one of the bright young person said, "No, this is not going to work because it's technology, and also stockbrokers will actually not the bureaucracy. So this is not going to work." And so he dropped out. And so they wanted someone for fathers for several generations, and that is what we collectively do. If you want build on your failures, learn from them, try again, create your hypothesis. You are technical students, like technology students. What is science? It's not the dogmas, not the rules of thumb, but what we can is not 4 years old and you are you're true. Your universe, right? I have this framework. I was with 50% is right? And tremendous amount of worries. Tomorrow, what will I do? How will my people also eat? How will my family? Basically, if you work hard, if you try, you will be resourceful. You have to go and beg. You have to go and ask. Don't have ego. See, for me, the ego creates this issue that I am an engineer, I cannot do this. I have sold, even after being like, I have sold Mumbai Indians Cricket when I was CEO there. Automation of refineries and power plants and lots of things, including schools, colleges. It's because I did not think that I have to do something. I have to just apply on accepted wisdom basis, but sometimes accepted wisdom is not that thing, right? Because life is changing, technology is changing.
But that's what pushed you towards this NSE thing, because why did you have out of the
I used to always think people should pick up your talent and not go by your clothes or other things. I have this displacement time, and people wear jackets and look very handsome and do all that things before that.
You also look good.
I used to be like a little sort of in a mindset that people should not go buy clothes. Like, so I used to go in those placement t-shirt and jeans, and slippers. That was my normal dress also. And so I would go. They're curious about my face and other things, but initially, and then we started chatting and it lasted for 45 minutes. So I wanted me to be in Ahmedabad, so he told me within the exam got over and the job to start. I had few days searching for a job, and remove this, you will lose the job. And so in 6 months, I see that and also Malak, which is like 30 kilometers from and that time we were just liberalized. It's like that, and we were liberalized. The stock market prices going on. Government funds, policies they are taking care of the boosters, all these things like inside of jail. And the story goes that they were like top 5 young bright people, and I was just working in a job. I was not into collect. But one of the bright young person said, "No, this is not going to work because it's technology, and also stockbrokers will actually not the bureaucracy. So this is not going to work." And so he dropped out. And so they wanted someone